The river is flowing. The stupa is staring. And this time, it's not the camera that slows down. I'm finally sinking into the breath of life. Joy is not a farewell, but to celebrate a comeback, back to the beginning of life, the most solemn possibility. When the kusaya is draped over the shoulder, it wasn't the name that I took off. It's all the echoes of half-life. From now on, this touch of orange is an oath, not close. You'll be on my skin for the rest of my life. Take root inch by inch. Every step taken barefoot in the morning light are measuring the distance between me and myself. Bowl in hand. It's not full of food, the compassion of strangers, and all the identities I let go. I look down, accept a grain of rice for the first time in the world in such a humble and solemn manner. Nurture me. Assignment is not a request, is to give to the world an opportunity to plant photon. Also, let me see, true wealth is emptying your hands. We use the oldest syllables of Pali, the kindness that strangers have just planted, silently watering to all the desolation that has not yet been met in this world. Water flows through the iron bowl. Took the last few grains of rice, the morning light and those in vases. Leave it empty as birth, waiting for the first breath of tomorrow's offering. The sound of a broom across the ground, another kind of chanting in the morning. We have worked hard to wipe away the dust of our hearts, and when the urn is lightly placed in the ground, the transcendental scripture for the strange dead, let every sweeping have become all the restless souls, cleaning the way home. Monks turn electric 3 wheels, converted into a lawnmower. The wheel runs over the weed and collapses. I didn't just see cleared spaces. It is the practice itself. In the most direct way, cut off the interconnected thoughts in your heart. Copper flakes awaken in flames, folded up by ancient memories. Body wisdom is every beating, every winding. It's not just scripture. There is also a wish that is about to cross the mountains and seas. Sitting here is not to approach death, but to see clearly with every breath. When the ashes are raised, a brief contract with the wind. When scripture and silence meet on the ashes, for the first time fear took shape. And the moment I close my eyes, it dissipates like smoke. So fearless, it starts with admitting that it's the way it will be. Clear water over orange robes. It's not just dust that spreads, and the daily goal in thousands of sorrows and joys, every inch of fabric I rub, practicing to take off my color. Return to the original purity of life. Walking to the temple hall in the twilight. That's the middle of our day. The only thing you need is sound. It wasn't the lights to illuminate the moment within. Every morning, dawn comes as promised. Assignment is a course that monks never graduate from. When giving and receiving meet repeatedly in the morning light, we each practice the same spiritual practice. Let go of the obsession with possession. Pick up the piety for the present. He said he would take the towers to China. For you who have never met, this little tower, he forged it in the palm of his hand. Another stupa. I can reach you anytime. Compassionate heartbeat. 100 kilometers of dust finally settle when those eyes that see into countless hearts. When you look at me, I just realized I crossed mountains and seas to find the answer. Sitting quietly across from me all the time, as if never left. The same hall, the same recitation, when the scriptures first sank from the throat. In the fire in my chest, refined into another mother tongue. He no longer needed to be understood. He is just in the dark. Finally learned to ring the bell for myself. When Lung Poe uses ancient Pali, when asked about scripture, that kid answer with a voice as clear as morning dew. Original, the answer is already written in the weight of the Kasaya. Write it every time it closes, palms trembling slightly. It is written that he has not yet fully understood. He has used his whole life to promise, yes, Venerable One. This lies bone, do his lung of few. But out the morning lie the mandaroon, do unsilent. By Lom Popai's mercy, accompanied by the majesty of Lom Poing, I finally understand the true purpose of the bowl, never to get. It's to practice letting go gracefully. What I'm reluctant to part with may not be the Kasaya, but the one in the morning and evening knows self without explanation. But the last lesson the forest taught me, exactly, true practice. It starts when you take a sedentary position, into a noisier jungle. The Kasaya is folded in the morning, and silence. I put on my white clothes, like a drop of water leaving the ocean. Relive, flow alone. The train passes through forests, fields, villages. The greenery outside the window fades a worlding densification. The world is approaching, passengers next to you, cell phone ringtone conversation tone, and there were children crying and laughing. That's another scripture that's much bigger and alive, waiting for me as a family member. Look down and read. When the car arrives in Bangkok, heat waves and neon hugs me at the same time, I carried my simple luggage to the dock. Ferries cut across the murky Chao Phraya River, thus hastening gold leaves between the stupas and the Tolban. I finally understand, practice is not in the Kasaya, not far away. He is in the palm of my hand, clenched slightly at the moment, also in the twilight of returning home, in each upcoming. Tomorrow without the morning clock reminder,